Coffee?
Well, as long as it drips off a man's face.
No. Part of it is
she
that
sticks her face in the
cool.
cake.
Yeah. Sure.
You know.
Oh, your teeth! Etc.
So on.
Yeah, and so on and so forth. Do you want to
That'd
do
be a
the
fun
scene? Should we do
Halloween
the
costume.
scene?
We should do the scene. Okay, everybody, stop the news. We're going to do a scene from Mrs. Doubtfire.
It was a drive-by.
And then we'll do the drive-by fruiting.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
the
skip
one.
step ahead
That's
to
the
the
one.
one. Yeah.
Run-by fruiting.
And honestly, we could probably do the scene where he's doing the voiceover stuff too, where he cycles through all of the voices.
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
I do voices. Okay, let's just stop and watch Mrs. Doubtfire. Okay. That was great, everybody. Oh my God, it's been so long. It's been so long since I've seen Mrs. Doubtfire. I'm so glad we watched that together.
I feel better, actually.
I do too.
I feel much better.
I had ice cream for breakfast once on my birthday when I was a child. My parents let me, and I regretted it. It was
You did.
yeah, it was a delicious peanut butter ice cream chip type of situation.
So good.
But it was a morning, and I was the child, and it didn't.
And your tummy felt a little upsetty.
Tummy felt a little upsetty. Yeah, tummy felt a little crummy.
Tummy felt a little crummy. I keep getting a targeted ad for a shirt that says more spaghetti, less upsetty, and I do want it, but I don't want to buy it.
Do you support these shirts that say more spaghetti,
Do
less
you
upsetty?
support-
Perfect.
Do you support the onesies?
Jonathan, get us on track. You've got so much to get through.
We're recording this on Thursday morning. So last night, to us, there was a collision between an American Airlines jet carrying 60 passengers and 4 crew members and an Army Black Hawk helicopter with 3 soldiers on board. It happened near Reagan International Airport in Washington, D.C., with all the debris crashing down into the Potomac River. Apparently, so far, officials believe there are no survivors. It's the deadliest plane crash in the U.S. since 9/11 and the first deadly U.S. commercial passenger airline crash since February 2009. We don't know, as of the time we're recording this, specifically how this happened, who's to blame. Obviously, a helicopter probably should not have been flying in the landing flight path of a plane. There's a suggestion that the air traffic controller warning came in too late. Lots of stuff going on. Pretty devastating tragedy. And of course, this morning, now we're dealing with the immediate politics of the situation. The right saying it's DEI
Healthy
and
politics?
diversity.
Oh, not healthy politics. Okay.
Well, the Trump administration eliminated the Aviation Security Advisory Committee, froze the hiring of new air traffic controllers. Elon Musk pushed out the FAA administrator because that administrator had been critical of SpaceX's safety record.
Because it was bad.
I would posit that it's a stretch to say that the Trump administration specifically caused this, or that if Kamala Harris was president, it wouldn't have happened. But these actions probably make things like this more likely.
That's where I'm at. I think it's unlike, I don't know. I need more information about specifically what transpired to know if any of these actions directly affected this moment. We don't have that information. It is fucking wild that the helicopter was flying there in the first place. It's hard to wrap my mind around how that kind of information, how there wasn't some sort of a warning in time. It's just hard for me to wrap my mind around how that happens outside of personnel error, but we don't know. And unlike some of these fucks, I don't think it's appropriate quite yet. It's appropriate to be aware of all the things, but we need more information before we start saying loudly and boldly online, it's Donald Trump's fault, you know? It's just the way it's bullshit to be up there saying, oh, this is DEI.
I generally agree with that. I do think that, I mean, there was even a tweet that morning before this even happened of like, yeah, I've been in contact with like people in the FAA and they're like very worried about something exactly like this happening.
Right.
Like it is the chaos, which we'll get to, like all the other stuff that's been going on, but like the chaos that the Trump administration is causing on purpose is the kind of thing that does create situations like this. And I'm not going to be like, oh, because they got rid of this committee, like that's what caused it. Like that's not the case, but it has been a lot of just instability and chaos this past week, really compressed together. And seeing that be a warning that day, and then like 10 hours later, this happens. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I mean, this probably related in some way. Also, and I'm not out here being like, we need to like take all the tactics of MAGA and Trump and like do them ourselves, and we need to be just like them. I completely disagree with that. But fuck them.
Fuck them.
If it was a different president, they would be the worst people in the fucking world about this.
100%. Well, they
they'd
would
be
probably
mocking
be
everybody. They'd be saying exactly what Donald Trump's saying right now about diversity. They'd be doing all this kind of stuff. Joe Biden did this, whatever. So while I do agree, like, this is a tragedy and we shouldn't be like politicizing it, I'm not like, we don't want to blame the Trump administration because like, fuck them forever. Not an inch for those people.
I agree with you completely, 100%. Fuck them. You are completely correct. I'm just saying, I want to be the kind of person that says things when I know that they're accurate.
Oh, totally.
And what I do know is accurate is that all this shit has been happening this week exactly as you just described it. And yeah, this is the kind of shit that happens. But I need some more information before I'm going to tell you one thing or another. But these kinds of accidents will happen.
Oh, well, also there's a messaging issue from the Democrats, and the attention economy is owned by people like Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and whatever they say becomes the truth. Trump's out there saying like, oh, there's the diversity and whatever, and it's like, that's what so many people are gonna like. It was. And I think that in the coming weeks and months and however long, it's important to hammer home the things that Donald Trump is doing and trying to do, and the effects that we will see from it. Like, this may not be his fault, but this kind of thing will be.
Yes.
And this kind of thing will be happening because of all the things they want to do. There's so many aspects of the government, of the federal government, that people don't really think about, that they're involved in, that we're probably going to talk about it. Like, all these people like losing jobs, losing like benefits, losing all this funding and things that like they rely on that we don't think about. And they're just going to try to get rid of it all. And we're going to see all these domino effects like this. And I think it's important to start pointing that out as early as possible, so that when things like this
100%.
do happen more, or somebody else loses their job for this reason or this reason, they will remember like, oh yeah, he's dismantling the federal government before our very eyes and getting rid of all these regulations, getting rid of all these safety regulations, and getting rid of all these programs that help people with all these types of jobs. They help people survive things. They help people live. They help people get through their day. They help people in all these ways we don't understand. And I just think that getting out ahead of this in an honest way, because like you're saying, like he didn't fire the committee and then they were like, crash more planes. But this is
there was clearly a breakdown of communication at some point last night.
Yeah,
but we don't know what that looks like or how.
We don't know that this is a failure of the administrative state, but it's a harbinger for the future failure of the administrative state, with the FDA, the USDA, with Medicare, with all of these different things. And of course, we'll talk about the budget thing.
Yes.
I do want to point out that pilots, FAA officials, air traffic controllers have been bringing up stuff like this for a while, going back years. The GOP has wanted to privatize air traffic control for a decade. I Googled it this morning, and there's an article from 2015, GOP pushes to privatize air traffic control. That kind of thing, outsourcing it so there is not a central place with a consistent standard, is going to lead to more stuff like this.
Yes.
None of us, I think, trust a privatized for-profit air traffic control. I don't even know what that would look like.
And those companies get away with it too. More.
Right. I mean,
right.
At least then you sue a company when this happens and not the federal government. But like, that doesn't bring people's lives back. The FAA last year increased its hiring of air traffic controllers. In September 2024, they said they'd met their goal of hiring 1,800 in the previous fiscal year. Independent of DEI, right? They hired 1,800 people to work as air traffic control, an incredibly stressful intense
incredibly
job.
stressful. Yeah.
There are a lot of